Hi, welcome. Welcome, everyone.
Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for the New York City Startup Boost Demo Day 2020.
Yes, this is our 2020 Spring Cohort Demo Day. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alice Kuo, New York co-director of Startup Boost. I'm your host today, and beside me is Georgie.
Hi, everyone. I am Georgie. I'm also a co-director of the New York City Startup Boost. And, it's been a great experience leading the program with Alice and just really love and super excited for you guys to see the demos that we have for you. We have some A-line, top-line startups that will be presenting today.
Yes, awesome. So let's welcome Blake and Jane, our co-founder of Startup Boost, to be on the stage. So just a couple of reminders that today we have 10 startups, as you see on the screen. While we're waiting for Blake, this 10 startups been through 6 weeks training, and after this 6 weeks, that they will. Sorry, I'm disrupting a little bit. After the six weeks, they're ready to go on the stage. A lot of them got like awesome interviews with other accelerators and other things that I'm very excited to share with everyone, especially during this COVID-19. Yeah, and then so we're here really happy that they're ready, and then they do their pitch deck, and we also have awesome speaker today. They're ready to go on stage. A lot of them got like awesome interviews with other accelerators and other things that I'm very excited to share with everyone, hi, especially during this COVID-19. Yeah, and then so we're here really happy that
Did Alice freeze? Blake, I'm not hearing you.
yeah, Blake, we did not hear you.
And Jean, if you're here, if you could also come on up.
um,
Jean, say something.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, I
yes,
can hear you
we can
now.
hear you.
Blake, we're still not. You're still not hearing you. Guys, this is the best thing about tech stuff. It gets crazy the day of. You do 100 tech checks, but
How
that's
about
okay.
that?
Woo, yes,
Yes.
we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks for bringing us up on stage. We really appreciate everything you guys have done to get this program off the ground and continue it going in New York City. I'm going to try and pull up our slides, which should have had uploaded here. I guess we didn't. So while we're here, I'm just going to kind of quickly introduce myself. Blake Caldwell, the co-founder of Startup Boost, and we run a pre-accelerator program, and as you all know, and I'm going to also, while I do a little technical manning right here to get the slides up, I'm going to pass it off to Jean so I can kind of focus on that.
Excellent. This is all the time I've used for all my radio training that actually has never happened. But in circumstances like this, in ways to fill the time, I will do my best. Ladies and gentlemen from around the world brought together at this very strange time, it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you today. I think it's safe to say that over the past number of weeks, it's been an unprecedented and very strange volume of things we've had to get used to. But I think what you're going to see here today is what I think we all understand from either being entrepreneurs, working with entrepreneurs, or gravitating around that particular magnet, that they don't stop. They don't stop when it comes to any type of barrier that's in their way. And I often joke I suppose, is reminisce in a kind of morbid way with Blake about, around 14, 15 weeks ago, we were getting ready for our latest batch of cities with some great city directors, working with some amazing startups. And walking home one day from the office in Dublin, chatting with Blake in LA, I said, what happens if, our venues suddenly, can't operate? What if things happen with COVID and we go into these lockdowns people were starting to chat about? Well, within 24 hours that happened, and I think Blake said a good thing was that entrepreneurs don't stop, so neither shall we. We didn't postpone the program. We went and made sure that we could deliver this online. I think what we'll see here in a moment about Startup Boost is that it's built on a backbone of phenomenal volunteer fascination and determination to help other entrepreneurs, whether that's our city directors, who you've met two of today, our mentors, our speakers. I think really where we come to with this and what you're going to see today is not a traditional Startup Boost program, but one that has all the benefits of every other program, but that had to rally together as a worldwide team to be able to support these phenomenal startups that you see here today, with today also being sponsored by Denton's. So Blake, I think I timed that perfectly. These slides look great, and I'm going to hand back over to you.
Thanks. Yeah, so I mean, Gene kind of touched on a little bit of what I wanted to say, and is really important into the fact that like this program has gone virtual. A lot of what we do, and I'll kind of go into it, is we are here trying to help entrepreneurs across the world find accelerators, investment, and revenue. We're essentially trying to help them get to the next stage. We're calling that Startup Air. It's a way for these companies to actually really like get to that point where they are in a spot that they're almost there, trying to find the little things that are missing, that with the crazy amounts of information coming in at them, how do they filter through that and make steps to kind of get investment, get in front of people, learn how to talk to them. There's so many different little things. So that's why we need to bring in mentors, people who've been there and done that, and want to give their time back to help people and not spend the months toiling over things that they've already figured out that should be able to pass them on, or be like, hey, this piece of information is important, but it doesn't apply to you. This other one does, or I've gone down that road and it won't work, but this will. So that is a very in-person, personal thing. And how do you recreate that virtually? It really actually was right here in New York. Georgie is a tech wizard and has been able to kind of help us find the right tools. She suggested a tool we call Remo, where we're going to have our program afterwards, and our networking session. And after hearing it and then going on and researching 30 different platforms, came back to Remo being the best. So we really appreciated having that network of not only entrepreneurs and alumni, but of mentors, city directors, everywhere, to kind of bring the resources together to make this program happen. And we did it on the fly, only delayed a couple weeks. So rather than taking too much time here, we come in and to startup ecosystems and provide a program and support system and a playbook in order to run a pre-accelerator, and it is flexible enough in order to be able to adapt to what that ecosystem needs. So in New York, startups may be a little bit farther along than other cities, but it's where the startups are piling up, and we come in trying to find the most promising ones that need that next step, and really bring amazing mentors, bring startups to them that they can really help. And here we are today, and now we're bringing them to you. So as of right now, we are in 8 different cities, and we are just about to launch 2 new programs, and more announcements to come on that. But those are confirmed, and we're really excited for our first African program, and now we've added a new continent and another European one as well. What this does is it allows us to really bring our resources together with our mentors and from these different cities. And from there, another key element to what we do is find great partners. And so Techstars, Global Accelerator Network, and F Success have been partners with us since the beginning. and we continue to try and kind of support each other in what we do in helping entrepreneurs. And so on that front, I know I've kind of rambled on a little bit too much here, but I'm going to pass it off to Gene to take it over from here.
Excellent. Thank you very much. As some of you that are watching today know, when I get excited, I forget lots and lots of things. So I did forget to introduce myself. So I am the European equivalent of Blake Caldwell. I'm on the other side of the water. I'm a co-founder at Startup Boost. We've been able to work on this together over the last 2.5, 3 years, which has been, personally a huge benefit. So Blake, well done on getting us to this point today. So what happens? Well, over the past 2.5 years, we've had 2,900 applicants to our programs. We've had 160 startups pre-accelerated. We're going to be adding another 37 from this cohort to that number. And we've had 50 million in funding at pre-seed stage and around that area land over that time from these teams. And remember, that's pre-seed, not seed level. So again, it's a much bigger quantum at the seed level. But what we're doing in terms of propelling entrepreneurs and founders and companies, closer and at a better speed towards accelerators investment revenue, that's happening. Recently, a company called PatSpot from the Detroit Startup Boost chapter with Monica Wheat and the team there recently raised somewhere in the region of 6.5 million, which is a phenomenal product. If you're in the food and beverage industry, please do check it out. And again, this is what's happening on a month-by-month basis. I think from that, so who are those funds? Well, here are some of the funds and the accelerators and the government programs that are investing in the teams that are coming through the Startup Boost program. As that grows, we have more and more people to chat with. And again, today, for the investors in the audience, the accelerators in the audience, and the government representatives in the audience, work with these teams. Please double check, reach out to them, speak with them. They really are, they've made amazing inroads over the past number of weeks, and especially with the online or the remote element of our program. I've been in the background in Dublin watching them each week, and the progress. These really are a fantastic cohort, thanks to Alice, Georgie, and their mentors and speakers. So again, these are the city directors. These are some of the amazing folks, and during the lockdown, I've invested in lots of technology. If you see me on Twitter, it looks like a NASDAQ trading floor at the moment with the volume of screens, but I also have a button here, which I'm going to push in honor of our city directors here, to give them all a big round of applause, which I think they all deserve. Blake, you'll join me with that. And virtually, I'm sure everyone is joining by adding emoji clap hands into the audience. So again, a major congratulations to our city directors, our mentors, and our speakers. If you're joining us from our mentors and speakers directly from Dublin and from my screen here, I can't thank you enough. The impact that you make in these teams, the time that you put into that. Well, we're going to see how it turns out in a few minutes, but it really is phenomenal. And thank you very much for all that you do. Some of the areas that, Blake and I always want to make sure that we can really help on is what happens to the teams that don't get to Startup Boost. Well, over the past number of years, I think since we launched Startup Boost, our first year was to make sure it happened. Our second year was to make sure the first year wasn't a fluke, and it got bigger. We introduced virtual demo days 2 years ago to increase the amount of opportunities for our teams. And earlier this year, thanks to our latest addition to the team, the amazing Natalie Novick, our Chief Community Officer, we've launched BoostX. BoostX is a space online for any founder anywhere to be able to take the next best step in building their business. This is something that we're very passionate about and that we think is going to really help an awful lot of companies globally. And again, it's something I'd recommend that you all check out over the next number of months as we open it up to more and more people. Really, all we can say from here is best of luck to our teams. And next up, I'd like to introduce people that help support this program. I think we've got Chris from Denton's who's going to pop up on stage.
Gene, so we've hit our max on the stage. So I'm going to mention a little bit of something about Paper Street and Denton's. And why don't you step down and we'll create some space. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah. So Gene clearly is the eloquent one of the two of us. So we can bring Chris on stage. Perfect. Denton's is a sponsor for Demo Day for this, and in every city, and they have a representative, lawyer in every city that we're hosting it, and they're also going to be part of our global Demo Day as well, in terms of our thing we follow up in July, which you'll kind of learn more about. But while you're here, I just quickly mention that you are all watching this video in Paper Street, and in there you will be able to chat and feel free to have a conversation. All the startups are there. You can see the channels that are for the startups individually. All those messages you send will go to the startups and everybody on the team, and so you can chat back and forth if you have any questions for them directly. But also the general chat, as you know, traditional. If you came in right on the dot at 9, you might want to refresh your browser quickly because the Q&A chat might not be there. If you see Q&A, you're all good. And that's where you're going to be able to ask the startups questions. I know Alice and Georgie will mention that. But yeah, and on top of that, you have the ability to connect directly with the startups. So that connect button in the panel below, that is a way for you to follow their investor updates and to essentially follow. If you are interested in learning and staying in touch with these startups, that is an amazing kind of feature that is Paper Street in terms of what they provide as an amazing way to kind of facilitate that relationship. And you can also create Calendly connections and meetings. So we hope you enjoy this platform, and thank you for the kickoff of one of 5 demo days that are happening today. So thank you. And Chris, why don't you pop up?
Hey guys.
Awesome. Hey.
How's it going, Blake?
Good. All right, I'll pop on down.
Great. Well, hey, it's nice to be here, and thanks for having us. Just wanted to give a brief intro on Dentons and who we are and what we can do with what we do in the space. And Dentons is a global law firm. It's actually the largest law firm in the world and operating on every major continent. And our venture technology group really functions as a boutique on that global infrastructure. So we're about 400 lawyers globally working in cities and regions across the world that have a focus on entrepreneurship and innovation. So we're big in both coasts in the US, big in Toronto, big in the UK, in Berlin, in Paris, big in LATAM, big in Singapore and throughout the Pac West, have a presence in the Middle East. So basically anywhere where you have entrepreneurs and investors investing in innovation, we have lawyers and boots on the ground working with those people, whether it be founders, whether it be VCs, private equity, corporate strategics. You know, we're working with clients of all shapes and sizes, from 2 people in a garage to public company IPOs, M&A. We have a team kind of that works with you, and it truly is kind of a global tech practice. So it's not just limited to corporate work and financing. It's employment, it's litigation, it's regulatory, it's tax, it's corporate commercial transactions. So working on MSAs and license agreements and helping you with purchase orders, and it truly is a global tech practice. So we're excited to be part of the community here and see a bunch of great companies today. And hopefully I'll get to meet some of you later, and just really excited. And thanks for having us, Blake.
Thank you, Chris. So Georgie, yeah, and Alice, why don't you guys come back up, and I will take down the slides, and you guys should probably pop up yours, and then the rest is yours. I'm excited to watch the rest and chat with everybody in the Paper Street chat.
Awesome. Thank you again so much for Jean, Blake, Chris for sharing, Chris for sharing about Dentons, and Jean and Blake for sharing all about Startup Boost. Startup Boost has been an amazing program, and it's been a really nice thing to work with the team. They're so responsive. They have everything down to a T, and just helping them make the program virtual is nothing less of a dream come true. Like, just really seeing how technology could amplify the resources and get into the right communities, the right startups, the right founders that actually need these products and services has been an amazing experience. Up next, we have our speaker. Alice, is there anything that you'd like to add before we invite our speaker, Talisa, up?
No, I can talk about this later. Let's welcome Talisa. We don't want our guest speaker waited too long. Yeah.
Awesome. So Talisa, if you could just please turn on your camera and your mic for us, just to make sure you're all good, and then I'll give you the stage. we'll make your icon a little bit bigger, and then we'll disappear. I don't see you yet, but I see that your camera is on. I don't know if there's something in front of
Oh,
it.
interesting. Okay, one moment.
Okay, no problem. This is what it's all about, guys. Tech stuff. We're gonna troubleshoot, but we're gonna get it done. That's the best part about it.
Tech things. All right. Am I seen?
No, it's still a black screen. Is anybody else seeing her? If anybody else could double check, just in case maybe I'm the one having the tech issues.
No, I don't see myself either, and I
Ah,
previously did.
okay. Let's just do a hard refresh. If you just want to refresh really quickly, that should be able to help. So while Talisa's coming back in, Talisa is better known as the Fly Technista. Here we go. Hello. Yes, so I'm just gonna give you a quick little 1-minute intro, and then you can tell us all about yourself and motivate, inspire, and talk to the participants in the event today. So Talisa is better known as the Fly Technista. She is the founder of a company called Fly Technista, as well as FemX Ventures. She has gone around the country to other different states around the world to talk all about women in tech, the opportunities that there are for not only just women in tech, but also Black women in tech, for young girls to learn how to code, to be more connected in the tech ecosystem. I met Talisa a couple years ago when she joined me for an event that I did called Art Times Tech, because that is her passion and her focus. Talisa is super creative. She, draws, paints, designs, and it's just really amazing to see the intersections that we have when it comes to technologies and how we can use our passions to build different tech careers and become founders. But without no further ado, I'm gonna remove the slides, make you a little bit bigger, and Talisa, you will have the stage to tell us all about your story and your journey.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that intro, Georgie. It is such an honor and a privilege to be here with you all, wherever you are in the world during this crazy, crazy time. It is unbelievable. Some days I still wake up and can't believe that this is life right now. But I won't take up too much of your time because, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, I also don't have a lot. And so I respect people's times a lot. So I will begin with saying this, when I started my journey in tech back in 1998, it was a very different time, very difficult, as you can imagine. And, navigating into a space from entry level to education to, senior, then to entrepreneurship, it wasn't an easy thing to do. And I would say what kept me going is the two things that I'm going to share with you all just briefly. So basically what kept me going is remembering my whys and my whats. My whats and my whys. So I will just say this. I know that over the course of this program, you all have learned some incredible and invaluable lessons and tips on how to build your startups or scale them or go on to the next part of building your startup, whether that be being accepted into a highly selective accelerator program or even a local one. Whatever you choose to go that will help your business grow is what's most important. I have built 10 companies. I'm on my 11th right now. 3 failed horribly. So I know what it's like to, build a venture that fails, that that fails in every way possible. But I also know what it feels like to get back up every single time, or to, pivot and revisit and revamp and do all the things that you need to do to continue to build the solutions and the products and the businesses that our society needs. So that's actually what I want to talk to you all about today. So I know that in week 5, you probably learned you definitely learned how to, build products that matter. And, as an engineer, classically trained engineer and a product developer and a designer, I can attest that that is very important. Like, you absolutely need to know how to build a product that matters, because without doing such, you're not going to have the right users, you're not going to make the right impact, it's just going to be crappy, right? So, But in addition to building a product that matters, I really want to implore you to think about building businesses that matter. So, entrepreneurship is not easy. And I know that a lot of people do entrepreneurship or have pursued entrepreneurship or step into the realm and the sphere of entrepreneurship and just think that, it's just a one idea and then all of a sudden you're a millionaire. And then sometimes that does happen for certain people or certain ideas or certain products. But the reality for the majority is that that's not how it happens at all. So, whether you are, on your first venture or venture 52, it doesn't really matter because entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not easy at all. If it was, everyone doing it would be successful rather than, entrepreneurs, as they would say. So, the things that keeps us going as entrepreneurs is not that we have some crazy super foresight confidence that we know we're going to succeed or that we have some crazy supernatural superpower strength. It's often that we're just really crazy. We're crazy. You have to be crazy to be an entrepreneur, to step into this space, because there are so many obstacles and barriers that will present itself along the way. I mean, perfect example, what we're all going through right now and everything that everyone shared previously on this video conference about how we don't quit. You literally have to be crazy as an entrepreneur. You have to have that relentlessness, like a horror movie monster. Like you have to keep going no matter what. Like it doesn't matter if they kill you 17 movie sequels, you're going to keep going. So that's how I equivalent the equivalent of my determination when I build these startups or ideas that I have. So, but also the thing that keep us going is not that we're just crazy. We're crazy inspired. We're crazy focused. We're crazy determined that what we're building can actually change the world. Like we're crazy enough to believe that, whether it will change how people learn, how they enjoy sports, how they maintain our skin care or care for our elderly or loved ones, or how we even manage and balance our finance and debt. These things are important. Like we have these crazy ideas that what we're building, what we're doing will actually transform not just, globally perspective, but our societies, our local communities. So it's important as entrepreneurs that we continue to pave this path and set the tone for the things that we actually need in our society. So back to the whole idea of building a product that matters, that can't be absent of building a business that matters. Like, what are we building and why? So, as a designer, one of my foundational core lessons of being a designer is you always have to be able to justify your what and your why. So you don't just add a new a feature or icon or color without being able to justify what you did and why you did it. Whether you have to justify it to a stakeholder or a client, you have to be able to justify your what's and your whys. And I mean, I pretty much carry that framework with me over the last 20 something years, because everything that I do has to have a purpose. Everything that I do has to have a purpose, whether it's a product, an iteration, hiring a team member, learning a new skill, whatever it has been throughout my professional or personal journey, I have to be able to justify my what's and my whys. So, remembering your what's and your whys will help you to keep going when times get difficult, because they will, like, a global pandemic, a pre-zombie apocalypse, a alien invasion any day now, I believe, and at the cusp of a recession possibly. So who knows? But as an entrepreneur, I am confident that if any of you began this journey, I know that you won't quit because it took so much for you probably to get here, and it will take even more for you to get further. And even in the accelerator programs, after you complete that, once you get out into the space of bringing your vision from prototype to profit or concept to coin, you have to remember those what's and whys. So one thing I want to implore you all to just keep with you today, if you forget anything that I just said, I know I said a lot, definitely remember your what's and whys, because those things will keep you going. And then honor them in spite of your fear, honor them in spite of any obstacles and setbacks, honor them in spite of doubters as well. So keep remembering your what's and whys, build the things that our society needs, and ask yourself, if you don't build the business that matters, the products that matters, the solutions that matter, who will? Like, that's literally what keeps me up at night. And you'll often hear this when you're interviewing for any accelerator program or with any investor. They want to know what keeps you up at night. What keeps me up at night is, if I don't do this thing, if I don't build this thing, who's going to employ these people? Who's going to create these next solutions and solve problems in our society? So thank you all so very much. I am happy to help or answer any questions that you might have for me after. Please let me know. Georgie?
Hey, I am here. Thank you so much for that, Talisa. And again, I've had Talisa in my network. She's been a great person just to watch and is very inspiring and always is sharing different resources. So guys, definitely check out FemX Ventures as well as Fly Tech Nista. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. Or find Talisa Daughtry on LinkedIn is the best place to contact her, as well as I'm pretty sure we'll be sending some follow-up messages and emails post event, so for you guys to contact and communicate with her. Thank you again for being with us here, Talisa. And as your background says, keep living your best life, keep doing what you got to do, and pursuing your startup and entrepreneurial dreams.
And I'm so proud of you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Erica, if we could remove Talisa from the stage, and we could and Alice, I guess we could queue up the first team that's going to be presenting, which is Smart Course. So Smart Course, get ready. We are about to have you go on, and then Erica, queue up the video, and then Alice, if you want to give any opening. Oh, I can't hear you. Just one moment, guys. Alice is troubleshooting the sound. Just to confirm, can I get some notifications? Are you guys hearing me? And can anyone hear Alice right now? Just in case it's a tech issue on my
end. I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm being heard. All right, so it looks like just give Alice one moment to troubleshoot. No, I'm reading your lips. I cannot hear you. No. Alrighty, guys, to just help out with time, I think this is gonna be the fix. No, we're still not hearing you. If you want to message in the chat what you wanted to say, and I could definitely say it on the stage for you. Otherwise, just to keep the time going, we'll okay, got it. Pull up the slides. Here you are. All right, so if you go on to Slido, did you refresh, Alice? No, we're still not hearing you. If you could just do a hard refresh, awesome. Alice is refreshing and she'll be back in shortly. So I think she's coming in now. Alice, if you could say something?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. So I'm going to remove, and you could go ahead and give a...
Yes. So thank you, everyone. And then thanks to Lisa. So yeah, I just wanted to mention a couple of things on Paper Street. I know a lot of people probably it's their first time on Paper Street. So you can see who is presenting on Paper Street, and feel free to click the connect button with the startups. And when you connect it, you can direct to for the like for Calendly, like Blake mentioned about set out of meetings and things. And before we pitch, please remember that you can always connect them and then private message on link on Paper Street. You can even join our post networking on Remo. So for each startup, they will have 3 minutes pitch, and they will pick one question to answer. I know it's not a lot of Q&A because we want you to continue the conversation through private message and networking later. So during the pitch, you may type in 3 words on Slido for each startup. QR code is up here. You may also Google Slido, enter NY Startup Boost. I love to see the word cloud we are all creating for this demo day. So let's welcome the first startup, EdTech startup, Adrian, Smart Course.
SmartCourse offers engaging online courses, coaching programs, and a collaborative platform for caregivers of kids with special needs. Why? Because the education system is fundamentally broken, especially for kids with special needs. Growing up, I had to watch countless friends with different needs suffer helplessly through their education. And it wasn't their fault. Parenting and teaching are some of the hardest jobs out there. 66% of parents of children with special needs struggle to help their child. And a National Center for Learning Disabilities study concluded that general education teachers are not taught how to help kids with different needs. So teachers are not only hesitant to implement individualized instruction, but they don't even know how. These caregivers want to help their kids succeed. They just don't have the right tools to do so. Let's use Sarah as an example. She's your average mom of a child with special needs. Sarah just wants her daughter Mary to get through life okay. The problem is Sarah doesn't know how to help her own child. So she, along with at least another 16.8 million parents, waste time, money, and worry every year. And that's where we come in. We use big data and world-leading instructors to create free and authoritative video content, virtual summits, expert-led online courses and coaching programs, and a collaborative platform for all of Mary's caregivers, including her parents, teachers, and medical professionals, so that they can interact, see Mary's progress, and iterate accordingly. Our adaptable approach, tailored around individual students' diverse personalities, skills, and problems, solves education's failures and saves everyone time, money, and painful memories. So yes, SmartCourse is a socially impactful business, but what you might not know is that it's the product of an inevitable trend, which is the popularization of online education. We compete in the growing edtech and healthcare markets, and according to Reuters, the global e-learning market is on track to hit $275 billion by 2022, which means the online course market is one of the fastest growing industries on the internet. Now, we're similar to 3C Institute and Learn to Strut, but we're focused specifically on making world-class healthcare providers and educators for special needs your new instructors. No one else in the industry is offering our unique combination of product services and a collaborative platform, and that's because due to the convergence between tech-literate industry professionals, engaging online course software, and advanced data collection, right now is a really special time in our industry. We are pioneering this space and have set a simple and repeatable plan to maintain recurring revenue and seize market dominance. By the end of 2021, we'll be the go-to name for any caregiver of kids with special needs because we'll have every single one of the world's leading experts teaching our content. We've proven our worth to the market, our numbers are great and growing, and based on our demand and feedback, we know our products are both life-changing and deeply needed. We already have the world-leading experts on ADHD teaching our courses, advising our company, and backing us financially. Now we are looking to expand to other special needs, get more high-profile experts and strategic partners, and revolutionize education around the globe. All I'm here to ask for is that you help change the world with us. My name is Adrian Harrison. I'm the founder and CEO of SmartCourse, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you for your time.
Wow, thank you, Adrian. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for being the first one pitch. Yes, that's very excited about your startups and everything. Can you tell us a little bit more, just really very short, about what's your next step?
Yeah, for sure. So our biggest next step is to expand to other world-leading experts for different learning disabilities or special needs. We've done it really, really well for ADHD, and now we want to focus on other special needs so that we can start building for the entire globe.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. So for everyone at Tech House SmartCourse, Adrian, he is here. Please connect with him on Paperstreet, and you can also private chat with him and schedule a meeting as well. So let's move on to FinTech. So let's welcome Sunny Day Sid. Thank you, Adrian.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Sid, founder and CEO of Sunny Day Fund. I want to paint a picture of American workers' financial state. Our labor force is 165 million people strong, and half of them do not have enough money on hand to survive 3 months. A quarter wouldn't even survive a month. I know what that feels like because I've been there myself. That's why money is the top source of stress for American workers, more than health, relationships, and jobs combined. That stress impacts companies as well. The productivity and administrative costs companies absorb for 15 financially stressed workers are equivalent to the salary of a new worker. And today, as 41 million American workers are unemployed, companies have a responsibility to take on this crisis and an opportunity to redefine workforce savings. That's where we come in. Sunny Day Fund is a liquid savings platform delivered as a benefit with company matches. We sit between the company, the bank, and the workers to make savings seamless, rewarding, and engaging. Unlike other financial wellness solutions, we uniquely focus on customizable company match savings so that people can be rewarded for tenure and promotion milestones as they earn them, with higher match rates. Our mobile responsive beta includes features like goal-based savings and is driven by our secure FDIC-backed banking and email integrations. We've been fortunate to have consumer feedback throughout our development process to iterate on our UX and UI. We also built a dedicated employer UX where either companies or our team can easily manage the Sunny Day Fund program. The UX offers data dashboards, easy payroll extracts, and of course our secret sauce, the customizable match incentive models. Our product enters a $2 billion market that's already seen $500 million in investment. And we estimate a $15 billion market impact through congressional action on employer-sponsored liquid savings, which is where we specifically play. Our business model is primarily enterprise SaaS, and we also take a small margin of earned interest. We built up a strong pipeline and are planning to start 3 pilots with 1,000 workers this summer. By fall 2021, we'll expand to 60,000 workers. I lead a passionate, purpose-driven team with 30+ years of experience in product dev, banking, consulting, data science, and academia. Personally, this is my 3rd startup, and I bring a PhD and MBA where I focused on inclusive systems built on behavioral economic principles. And we're thrilled to have the support of advisors in fintech, HR tech, banking, and other startup support networks such as Startup Boost and Lighthouse Labs. Learn more about us at sunnydayfund.com and connect with us on social media. Thank you.
Thank you. And Sid, are you here to answer one of the questions? I'll head on over to Paper Street to see if we have any questions for Sid.
Hi,
Ready?
Sid. Yes.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We'll give
Good.
folks a minute to see if they want to submit any questions for Sunny Day Fund.
Okay, great.
Okay, what has been your user feedback is a question that we've received.
Yeah, that's a great question to have. So our user feedback has been really good. One of the things that we've realized is people have been overwhelmed with a lot of loan products, so they are refreshed to see something that helps them actually build savings, something like money that is in their name. In terms of our actual product and user experience, I'd love to have you guys connect with us at contact@sunnydayfund.com. Happy to give you a demo. Our users think it's very friendly, very simple, and it's of course accessible over any phone. It is not a native app, so it's very digitally inclusive as well. So please reach out to us at connect@sunnydayfund.com or on social media.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thank
There
you.
have
Yeah.
it.
Just a reminder for everyone, 3 minutes, it seems long and short, so please submit your question. As soon as you have any question, just submit on Paper Street so we can answer your question right away. But if you did not catch us, don't worry. Connect with Sunny Day Fund on Paper Street, and we will be at the remote later as well. Yeah, thank you, Sid. Please continue the conversation. And we have Deb and Dee to help you become debt-free. So, yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is James Lambridis and I'm the founder and CEO of DebtMD, connecting people with the professional help they need to become debt-free. Currently in the United States, there are 200 million people with credit card debt, medical bills, or student loans, and the total outstanding balance on this debt is $3.5 trillion. Out of these people, 15% of them believe that they'll be in debt their entire lives. While these numbers may seem astronomical, the real issue is that these people are stressed, under time constraints, and misinformed as to what their best option is to become debt-free. DebtMD is going to solve this problem by connecting people with lenders, credit counselors, debt settlement companies, and bankruptcy attorneys, and help them make smarter financial decisions with our free-to-use Smart Debt Analyzer. We connect individuals with qualified solution providers, and deliver highly qualified leads to relevant companies. While other companies might offer one or two of these options, DebtMD offers a full spectrum of solutions unavailable elsewhere. Our go-to market strategy is to target people with credit card debt, medical bills, or student loans, and offer solutions to help them resolve each of them. We're going to reach these people through syndicated content, paid ads, and social media. And our unique selling proposition is our Smart Debt Analyzer, which connects people with verified solution providers so they can find a customized solution for their debt. Our revenue model is a lead generation model where we are compensated for each individual we refer to one of our partner companies. Currently, we're experiencing 25% month-over-month growth in traffic and are attracting 2,000 monthly visitors to our site. We have 14 partner companies on our platform, including Avant, Prosper, and National Debt Relief. By the year 2021, we not only want to have our own proprietary machine learning application that can predict the optimal debt relief option for an individual, but we also want to offer some, if not all, of these options ourselves. Our team consists of myself, the CEO and the debt relief expert, Abhishek Linganeni, our CTO and the machine learning extraordinaire, and Tiff Ho, our CMO, the early stage startup marketing strategist. Thank you.
That was amazing. So I think we have James here with us to answer any questions that you guys might have over on Paper Street. So let's take a look at the Paper Street to see if who has submitted some questions for James. All right. Okay, tell us more about the Smart Debt Analyzer, maybe some of the features that it has.
Sure.
How it works.
Yeah, so the Smart Debt, you guys could hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right. So the Smart Debt Analyzer, basically, it's a brief questionnaire that asks the user about their types of debt, total debt, income, what their goals are, whether it's boost their credit score, lower their payment, lower their interest rate. And then based off the answers to those questions, we connect them with a relevant companies who can best assist them with their debt, whether that's a loan company, a credit counselor, or debt settlement. We're currently working on, expanding that feature so that we can actually predict more granularly, with their demographics, with their and all other types of stuff to predict what the best option is using machine learning. But for now, we're using those basic, criteria to connect them with the debt relief solution. Yep.
That sounds amazing. That's really cool. So I hope you guys all head on over and to DebtMD and get your Smart Debt Analyzer going so you can get your score and get out of debt. Too many Americans are in debt, as you stated. And this is the second time we've heard that. We've heard it from Sunny Dane. Guys, we have to get our money right. So Alice, if you want to welcome up the next team.
Yeah, so remember to submit the Q&A. The time is short, so James can only answer one question. So we're ready to answer all the questions you have. And then next one, our last fintech startup solution for contractor, ComTrade. Stan.
Hi, we are ComTrade, and in this current specific time, we already save money for a plastic trader. We are B2B software for raw material traders. In order to produce many of the plastic objects we use in our daily lives, in the US alone, 30,000 plastic traders lose from 4 to 6 hours of employee work time on messy and tedious operational process. Why? Because the deals and shipments process is a mess. We came from the polymer trading industry. When we had to purchase and deliver raw material for manufacturing, we spent hours on phone calls and meetings, working in Excel spreadsheets and sending tons of documents. We tired of it, and we created ComTrade, an intelligent solution that improves productivity by automating, tracking, and streamlining workflows between the contractors. As a result, we cut 6 hours of work per deal get 17% more in annual revenue and total control of all business streams. We calculate that it saves over $1,000 per deal. An average trading company in the market makes over 50 deals monthly. So we can provide savings, monthly savings over $50,000 for each company. For this, we charge $1,000 in monthly subscription for a basic product, and we will go deeply in automation of the business. It is cheaper than big enterprise ERP systems like SAP and Oracle. Our product is specifically designed for the polymer trading industry based on market expertise. We know which products need to be in this market. And of course, we totally boost efficiencies in traditional ways of doing business. There are some specific of the polymers. The market is huge, but it is very interconnected. And we are focusing on small and medium distributors of plastics. Now, after New York Acceleration Program, we are finalizing a pilot with Plastic Trader, and in the next months, we will onboard customers from ready pipeline of companies. We want to generate capital of $100K for finishing 7 more pilots in target market and reach over $75K annual revenue. My partner owns a commodity trading company and has a Morgan Stanley background and market network. My experience is IT management in big technological company and launching startups. We engaged a strong advisory board of experienced commodity players from Europe, US, and global markets. We are targeting on the distributed ecosystem for fully automated raw material trading process, and we know how to do it. Thank you very much. My name is Stas. I'm co-founder of
Thank you for that, Stanis. Is he up on the stage?
Yes. Turn on your
Oh, here we
yes.
go. Awesome. Let's check out for the Q&A. How do you onboard customers?
Yeah, firstly, we're focusing on our network because we are from this market. And after that, we are going through network of our customers. It's like a partnership program. And also we're using B2B sales through LinkedIn and through exhibitions. So this is most of our.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Stan. Yeah. Kangtrey has been he is now located in Russia, and he's been participating with us for 6 weeks, no matter the time zone differences. We're really happy to have him for this cohort. And let's moving on to our sports entertainment tech, Statement Games. Statement Games, Mark. Yes.
Hi, I'm Mark Salino, founder of Statement Games. Statement Games is a sports fan engagement platform and marketing system. For our innovation in areas of fan engagement, we've already been featured on major networks like ABC and CBS. Our research shows that over 50% of Americans do identify themselves as fans, and we've come up with the perfect system that targets this demographic efficiently. From a gaming perspective, there's some pretty big misconceptions taking place within the industry. Myths that would lead you to believe that in order to successfully monetize on fan engagement, you need excessive capital and millions of users. We're proving that with the right system, such myths can be distinguished. Our core concepts came about over 25 years ago on Thanksgiving Day. My father created a game that further united the family around Thanksgiving Day football. He created buzz around this game by physically pulling you aside and asking you sports-related questions. Questions like Lions running back over or under 100 yards rushing, Team B's defense over or under 2 sacks. You're going to get points for questions that became correct. Now, the family member with the most points from correct picks at the end of the specific Thanksgiving Day football game won. Mom got a big kick out of this process because when she took my brother and I shopping on Black Friday, we'd always start pushing for football jerseys and posters. At an early age, we were learning how engagement drove consumer behavior. Positive, engaging experiences and using those experiences to drive sales is a tactic my partner and I truly believe in. We spent close to 40 years combined working with industry-leading businesses, helping them to create engaging value-added services. We're currently pursuing Statement Games full-time because we see an opportunity within the industry in which monetizing engagement can be done at a fraction of the current cost. Our patent pending system is currently live. We engage fans daily through a different form of fantasy sports. I wanted to give you an idea of what the product looks like from a web perspective, but as an FYI, we also have apps that complement StatementGames.com. While our competition will continue to focus on real money gaming services that will require extensive capital, Statement Games will continue to focus on fan engagement, capturing data, and leveraging data for viable business opportunities. As of right now, we're currently already demonstrating by working with partners and clients that we have the ability to assist them in increasing sales pipelines, consumer receptiveness, and sales conversions. For now, we are more than interested in networking with private investors, brands who are interested in increasing sales, and fans who would be open to a new form of fantasy sports. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. And we have you on the stage to answer any questions. So we're going to give 5 seconds for some folks to add some questions into the main Paper Street Q&A, so that way we can ask Mark his question.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. While we're waiting, you can tell us more about your next step.
Next up is, I guess we've had some pretty exciting news literally come in from last night. So my next step is kind of like, just circling back and doing some more work with our corporate attorneys. Statement Games is no longer patent pending. We've kind of like been approved by the U.S. Patent Office. So of the 20 or so claims that we made from the system and process that we've created, it's recently been approved. So it's a pretty significant step and a milestone within the company. And we're looking to basically make sure that we're continuing to innovate our product and make sure that we're addressing market needs, which is fan engagement, especially now more so than ever, when considering the fact that it's going to be hard to go to games or sporting events, especially in the time of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Amazing.
Thank you, Mark.
We actually had a question come through if we have a minute to answer it. Mark, if you could just move back a little bit from the camera, we're only seeing from your nose up, just so you have like a clear view of all of you. And so the question is, do you see the opportunities for any live entertainment shows, etc., concerts, esports?
Absolutely. That's why even before we wrote a line of code or actually deployed our product in, I'd say, the beginning phases of 2018, we spent a lot of time on areas of intellectual property so that the product and services that we're creating can be transitioned into reality TV, concerts, esports, and all kind of like the above. So although we're a little bit more focused on the sports landscape as of right now, we do, have the ability to pivot or transition to other verticals depending on market need.
That's amazing. Thank you so
Mark.
much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Please remember to connect with Mark on Paper Street. Yes. So now we are halfway through our pitch. Next one, we are moving on to our restaurant food industry, our Comida. Jabber.
Hello, my name is Jabber Al-Bihani, founder of Comida, a consumer management tool for restaurants of the digital economy. We have watched how the pandemic wipe out local restaurants. But even prior to the pandemic, restaurants were struggling. 60% of them would fail within 2 years of opening. And that is because of high operating costs, limited online presence, or the inability to handle marketing in-house. As a result, restaurants heavily depended on third-party platforms to boost revenues. Platforms that would charge 30 to 75% in fees, essentially killing restaurants because they only average a 6% profit margin, and they did not own a direct relationship with those consumers. And as restaurants begin to reopen post-pandemic, they're entering a market of very skeptical consumers. So it's very important for restaurants to get online and build trust with their consumers today. And Comida helps restaurant operators get started with that. A CRM tool so easy that mom and pop shops can use it. Our SaaS products enables restaurant operators to easily manage consumer information, email marketing, and online sales through a singular app. Now, we're in a perfect opportunity to help these local businesses with their reopening efforts, but we're in no position to start selling to them. So we offer our product for free to get these users to start aggregating their consumers and communicating with them directly. Over time, as our users begin to use the product, we'll roll out premium features, the first of which is the restaurant marketplace, for them to sell their services directly to consumers. services such as delivery, catering, online booking, and more. And as restaurants evolve from the free products, the premium features will be available through a SaaS subscription starting at $39 a month. Now, by the end of 2022, with 2,500 restaurants, we forecast $16 million in revenue, and that's from subscription and marketplace transaction fees at 5%. Now, I come with experience with Comida building out an event ticketing platform to help local restaurants connect with consumers, and I have learned a lot. And I bring that experience with me to address this problem today. And there's a huge financial opportunity ahead of us. Last year, restaurants generated $860 billion in sales. And there are many tech companies out there helping restaurants through distribution and operation and getting a piece of the pie. And we see them as inspiration to learn from and participants in a large market. Now, Comida enables restaurants to build their digital storefronts for the future digital economy. And we're in position to help thousands of restaurants understand how to aggregate consumers and get results. And we're raising funds to build our tech stack and grow our brand presence. I am Jabber Al-Bihani, founder, and since college, I've been helping food businesses build brand awareness through consumer events and digital experiences. And I am backed by a strong team of Marissa and Heidi who also believe in the Comida vision. Because we all believe that restaurants are the backbone of our communities. And with Comida's technology, we guarantee restaurants an honest opportunity to survive now and thrive in the future. Because the future will bring better days. And what better place to break bread again together than at a local restaurant. Thank you, and I encourage you to eat Comida. Take care. Again, my name is Jabber Al-Bihani. You can contact me at jabber@comida.com. We are currently raising a round and would love to have the opportunity to discuss it further with you. Take care, and you be safe. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.
Amazing. And Jabber, if you could just, tell us a little bit more about the next steps while we wait for the questions to come through, because it takes a little, like about 5 seconds for it to populate.
Of course. Yeah. So prior to this move, we were launching an event ticketing platform that was scheduled to be launched in April. Now our plan is to retrofit that event ticketing platform to our pivot, just so we can get a product so we can bring it to market sooner. So that's our next step.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. We're going to give another 5 seconds. And if we don't see any questions, guys, please feel free to follow up with Jabber. He will be in the networking session. So make sure you guys do stay for the networking session, which will be on the Remo platform after we finish all the pitches. Oh, actually, what types of restaurants do you usually partner with? What segments? If you could speak to that for a few seconds.
Yeah. So single location, independently owned restaurants. That's our specific target market, and they generated $170 billion in sales last year alone in the U.S. So even when we segment, it's a pretty large market to tap into.
Yeah, I love my, individual Thai restaurants. So we all have favorite individual restaurants. So that's his market. Thank you so much again, Jabber. And Alice, you could go ahead and call up the next team.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jabber, for supporting the local restaurants. So next one, we are moving to our this year's hot topic, healthcare. Let me welcome you, Candlelit, Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren Elliott. I'm the CEO and founder of Candlelit Therapy, a virtual mental health clinic that provides new and expectant moms and families with convenient access to mental health care that's designed for them. From the moment a mom hears her little one's heartbeat or feels her first kick, she's a lifeline for her baby, and they're often key in her child's development. But far too often in the U.S., bringing a new life into this world can mean risking your own. And for Black and Indigenous moms, the stakes are much higher. In fact, moms in this group are 4 to 5 times more likely to die as a result of pregnancy and labor complications that often go undiagnosed and untreated. I know because 3 years ago, I developed preeclampsia and depression shortly after an emergency delivery of my son without ever being asked about my emotional health or provided access to a licensed therapist. Sadly, I'm not alone. Each year in the U.S., we know 1 in 5 new moms and 2 in 5 moms of color will develop a mental health disorder by the time the baby turns 1, with depression being the leading and costliest cause for complication. More than half of these complications could have been caught earlier or avoided entirely through routine, culturally informed screening, diagnosis, and treatment, saving countless lives and over $14 billion spent by health systems and employers each year. We know moms and babies need convenient access to mental health care, and their doctors need better ways to screen, intervene, and treat high-risk moms. And that's why we exist. We help facilitate each of these steps by leveraging telemedicine, implicit bias training, and machine learning to help moms get screened earlier in their pregnancy for mental health disorders, discover local therapists in their area, and receive 24/7 behavioral health support on demand. Our software helps the most vulnerable moms align their birth plans with their birth outcomes by combining lifestyle modification, predictive analytics, as well as remote psychotherapy to track mom and baby's progress over time. Here's how it works. Once we receive a referral from a mom, her doctor, or her employer, she's then sent a personalized message prompting her to learn more about her risk. She's then educated on the importance of screening, as we know doctors don't always have the time to do that. And if she screens for positive for depression, she's then sent into a multi-week treatment program that's led by a culturally competent therapist and offered peer support. We're going to be using a B2B2C outcomes-based SaaS business model where we're charging the systems closest to our moms. That's employers, health systems, as well as private and public insurances like Medicaid. A small fee per family per month fee for access to our platform with a plan to receive reimbursements for preventative coverage services in the future. Our go-to-market strategy involves partnering with national trade organizations as well as nonprofits, word-of-mouth marketing through our free bias trainings, as well as through organic press. Our team's skill set in public health, clinical research, and marketing and technology make us uniquely suited to become a market leader in this space. I'm trained in mental health first aid. I've also led mental health campaigns for communities of color for the New York City Health Department for over 4 years. If you or any mom you know is struggling with depression, please let her know that she's not alone and that Candidate can help. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Here
Thank
we
you.
have Lauren. If you could again start telling us a little bit about, what is immediately coming up next for Candidate. How much further have you gotten along? While we will wait for folks to put some questions if they have any into the Q&A.
Awesome. Thanks, Georgie and Alice. Yeah, so we recently won a pitch competition that was focused on maternal health and infant health. And as part of that prize, we were awarded a pilot with a health system based in the Midwest that sponsored the competition. So that was really great. And we're gearing up for that. That's going to be actually releasing our tool, like a version 1 of the tool, in an actual hospital setting to prove the concept. So that's going to be awesome. We're also seeking to clinically validate our screening tool within the next 12 months as well. So that's what's coming up next.
Yeah.
That is definitely amazing. And, at a time like this, or just in general in the medical industry, we need tools and services like yours, as well as the ones that we have coming up. I currently don't see any questions, but to keep us moving. Oh, you guys always do this as soon as I say that. How do you bring patients into your system, both allow them to access it and reach them? So how do you bring patients in?
Yeah, so we're going to be leaning heavily on partnerships with employers, but like in the most immediate form, a health system to gain access to the actual pregnant and postpartum moms themselves, and then give them a unique code to like a unique access code to be onboarded to the actual platform. So it'll essentially be like an 8-week pilot testing out the concept of connecting moms who are showing symptoms of depression with access to therapists immediately. So that we're testing that. So that'll be how we're going to be leaning on the partnership as far as acquiring the moms themselves.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. And I wish you luck and much success with that. Yeah. So Alice, you could definitely invite up
Thank
the
you
next
so much,
team.
Lauren, for all the backgrounds and things to talk about. And then next one, we welcome our nutritionista, Levagini. It's an AI guide to nutrition and health.
Hi everyone. Let's face it, the world is conspiring to make us fat, which eventually will make us sick. It's not surprise why we are constantly being tempted into eating more food, more calories than we actually need, which is why more than 70% of us are overweight or obese. Today, diet solutions attacking this massive problem show a real lack of imagination. Hi, my name is Evgeny Kompanets. I am co-founder of Nutritionista, and our team set out to reimagine healthy eating. And for us, healthy eating doesn't necessarily mean calorie counting, intermittent fasting, going vegetarian, or following any trendy craze here in the US. It's about getting good healthy food and putting it into our bodies every day. So here at Nutritionista, we suggest you meals from high-quality restaurant food that you can have in the restaurant near you or that can be delivered to your home and office. It's like having the convenience of a personal assistant with personalization of nutritionist, but not all done through technology with artificial intelligence and computer vision. So let me show how it works. So meet Alex, director of engineering here in New York City. Busy guy, often works long hours, like I'm sure many of you do. And when he heard about Nutritionista, he wanted to get in shape using a low-carb diet. He downloaded the app and we took him through a quick setup process, where we asked him his health goals, his likes and dislikes, or any kind of special conditions like allergens or diabetes. On the main screen, he can see his daily energy balance and restaurants near him with several healthy choices from the menu. These are personalized recommendations that's tailored to just him. As soon as Alex sees a dish he is in the mood for, he can track it to update his diary. Every single time that Alex does this, we learn about his user preferences. When Alex comes into the restaurant, he can point his phone camera over the dish he just ordered. And in augmented reality, he sees how good this dish fits his healthy goals. And he can track it with one click. Users like Alex love Nutritionista for 3 simple reasons. It's convenient, it's no-hassle healthy, and it's seriously delicious food. We are in a diet and calorie counters category, but more interestingly, we are making a market by attracting a new segment of customers who would have never considered counting calories or signing up for a commercial weight loss plan. We charge both consumers and restaurants in form of monthly subscription fee, so with an annual subscriber base of 200,000 users, we are a $10 million business. And the opportunity is so large that we can do that here in New York City alone. Our team is a great mix of strong tech and business skills. And we have strong advisors in tech, nutrition, and restaurant industry. This is Nutritionista. We help people to lead healthier lives.
Wow, this is amazing. Virginie, yeah, thanks for sharing this Nutritionista with us. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about what your future plan and goal?
Sorry, needed to mute it. Could you please repeat one?
Problem. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about your next step?
Yeah, so actually next step for us is to launch locally in New York City. So we just recently got a pretty good results from our customer development interviews with our MVP, and we want to finish several features which are really our loyal people, loyal customers are interested in and want to launch in New York City. So it's like closest step for us. Yeah, and after that, so it includes integration with deliveries like Grubhub and OpenTable, and later we are going to extend it with our main exciting feature for with computer vision we have with recognition actually.
Sounds very excited. Yeah, everyone, we are almost there. And thank you.
We actually have
Virginia.
Okay, we have a time for a question, Alice?
We have one question.
Yeah. How are portions and caloric needs factored into the recommendations? That's the question that we have.
Sorry, I think I have.
Can you hear me, Love Jenny?
I think not well. Could you please repeat one more?
Okay, no problem. Yeah, definitely repeat it. How are portions and caloric needs factored into the recommendations? So how do you create the recommendations essentially?
Yeah, so actually this is a machine learning engine. So it uses a lot of different information, like different preferences and the way you prefer different things. Like we build some basic suggestions for you, which we count according to calories or different preferences. And then as soon you start preferring and selecting something, the engine learns from it and do the best suggestions for you with the time. And also it's in count people similar to you as well. So like if guys prefer similar stuff, we learn from this as well and offer you, which may probably be great for you from taste and different things that are alike you.
Nice, that sounds really good. Thank you so much for being here again.
Yeah, so if you're interested in food tech, please connect with Nutritionista, Comida. They're in the food, restaurant industry. Connect them with them and then chat more. So next one, we're moving to Aplomb. It's a chronic skin startups.
Awesome.
is a telehealth tool for those with chronic skin conditions to improve patient-provider care coordination. More than 100 million people have chronic skin conditions like eczema, acne, or psoriasis. The costs for caring for these skin conditions are high, and so is the time lost. Patients and caregivers on average wait for more than a month to see their physicians for appointments. The direct healthcare costs and the costs that we don't always see, like over-the-counter products and missed days of work, are over $70 billion for people with chronic skin conditions. What's even more concerning is that communities of color and rural areas are disproportionately impacted by the low access and high cost of care. The reality is that the bandwidth within dermatology is limited. So we created Aplum. Our solution addresses the high costs and lack of access in dermatology care by acting as a toolkit for patients to monitor and communicate their skin progress with their physicians more consistently. Patients can better track their symptoms and triggers through our skin analysis feature and receive updates on skincare practices, as well as receive rewards through discounts and deals for tracking their skin. Currently, there are very limited integrated solutions to track and educate people on managing chronic skin conditions that aid communication between patients and providers. Our toolkit promotes self-care and healthy skincare practices across multiple dimensions like our trigger tracker and curated educational content to improve health outcomes for our patients. We are tapping into the growing digital and mobile health market. Our target market focuses on chronic skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis that have no cure and need to be constantly monitored and evaluated. Our primary customers will be providers, insurance companies, and other payvider systems looking to utilize more telehealth resources to save money and time through improved coordination of care. Our customers can save an average of $75,000 in costs through our platform that improves the coordination of care and maximizes reimbursements. We've received some initial funding from non-dilutive grants to support our venture and have a growing follower base of identified early adopters and who are interested in testing the product. We'll be using a standard software as a service model with a base implementation fee and per active member fee. Our main focus currently is to develop and test our MVP and gain traction to aid us in our effort to raise funding to expand our team. And here is our team. Tandy and I both have masters in translational medicine, which specializes in commercializing health technologies, as well as a board-certified dermatologist and a remote developer to help bring our vision to a reality.
Hi everyone. We won't be having a Q&A for Aplum because they are not here with us today, but definitely reach out to them via their contact information, which you'll be getting in the follow-up, or you could click on their information on Paper Street to reach out to them there. Alice, if you want to welcome up the next team.
So they are on the Paper Street to answer any question that you guys have. They are excited for your questions as well. So next one, last but not the least, our elder care startup, MTAP Growth.
Hi, I'm R.B. Balasubramanian, founder of MTech Care Labs at MTech Growth, and we develop daily care management solutions for independent living and aging in place. Currently, over 80% of the seniors needing long-term care live in the community and rely on family for daily care. Long-term care is not covered by Medicare, so for most families, in-home care is the most affordable option, and for many ethnic families, it is also a cultural and traditional preference. Family caregivers, on the other hand, face competing priorities in their own lives and are challenged with providing home-based care. Today, over 35 million family caregivers in the US provide frequent and unpaid care to elders, which often leads to a continued experience of mental, emotional, and financial anxiety for caregivers. Our solution is Care Wallet, a secure, collaborative, and easy-to-use technology to help families manage in-home elder care. The core functionalities include enabling family communication and coordination across key aspects of daily care, provisioning of home care services through local agencies, as well as financial care planning and ongoing benefits management. Our total addressable market is all active family caregivers to elders in the US, roughly a $5 billion market opportunity that is growing rapidly. Our serviceable market addresses families caring for a loved one with Alzheimer's or dementia. And we are focused on intergenerational and ethnic family caregivers with Massachusetts as our pilot. We plan to reach our target audience of family caregivers through 3 channels. 1, local AAAs, ASAPs, and advocacy groups. 2, employers and their health plans to make Care Wallet available as a benefit. And 3, in coordination with local home care service providers. We are employing a SaaS-based business model with options for tiered pricing depending on our channel partners. The caregiver solutions landscape currently is very fragmented, but shifting towards tech-enabled services through marketplaces as well as point solutions. The challenge is many of these tend to be siloed. Care Wallet is differentiated to provide users an integrated caregiving experience throughout the lifecycle of home-based care. Our growth plan in the near term is to build our community of core test users who are critical for early product development. We are in early partnership with the local AAA to pilot our MVP. We are also building our team of subject matter experts while roadmapping our solution in parallel. MTech Care Labs has a well-qualified team with over 40 years of business, technology, healthcare, and financial services experience. Additionally, we are building our advisory council of long-term care specialists and in-home care experts. A common bond is many of us are caregivers ourselves. Again, we are MTech Care Labs developing Care Wallet to help families collaboratively manage in-home elder care. Thank you.
Wow, this is amazing. Georgie, can you believe that 10 startups are very strong? Arvi, it's nice to have you here today. Let's see what we have for the questions.
Yeah, and just like a quick comment from just seeing the startups go from where they were like the first night of the program to these demo videos. I'm like, oh, this is so fancy and amazing, and they're clear and they're paced, and it's like a mom seeing your kid at graduation. You want to cry, but it's just it's such a beautiful experience to see that growth, to see that transition, to see that evolving, and just knowing that you were a part of that journey, even as little or as large part as you could have been, but to see that growth is really the key thing about all of this. Guys, please submit the questions in the Q&A. And did you have something else to add, Alice?
Yeah, how MTech grows. Can you share a little bit more about your startups, like the team, where you go later with this year?
Yeah. Oh, we are at an exciting stage of growth because we are in very early stage conversations for piloting the solution, and this is a very unique space in that it's fairly complex in managing different aspects of daily care on a long-term basis for a caregiver, particularly addressing Alzheimer's care. So right now, we are very excited about doing a very detailed customer discovery for developing our MVP as well as piloting it with the local aging agency. And the team, at the moment, we are ramping up our team to both grow in terms of the skill sets that we have around solution development and as well as the expertise for in-home care specialists.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for all the participation. And then all the startup. I mean, I cannot believe that these startups are just like early stage, but look what they have been doing. And then, the pitch deck and everything, they're growing and strong. Thank you, Robbie. And thank you all the participation and all the mentors, speakers with us for the startup booth. Thanks, Jean and Blake, for creating startup booth as platform for all the startups to join. So here is our 2020 Spring Demo Day. Yeah, we'd love to see more conversations and meetings happening after the pitch. Please connect with them through Paper Street. There's a connect button, I think probably on your right or left. You'll see it over there, and click on their name, profile. You can see it. You can also connect with them to see their investor update, mentor updates, what their background, the more details, their website. Yeah, we're happy to see you. connect and have more like meaningful conversation. So again, my name is Alice Kuo, New York Director of Startup Boost. If you have any questions, feel free to connect with me and our team, George, and our backstage control, Eric. Really thanks to Eric. I want to give him the applause that control everything and up on the slide and videos. And we are moving to remote for our post networking. So don't go away. We will be at remote and to see you guys later. Georgie, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I just added the Remo link into the Paper Street chat. So if you guys want to meet us over there, Remo is a networking platform. That's where we've been running our whole program for the 6 weeks of the boot camp. I'm really grateful and excited to see what is to come with these startups. Please connect with them on LinkedIn. You're here on Paper Street. If you're watching on Paper Street, you should see all their information. See their updates. Follow these startups because these are the startups, the next big million, billion, maybe even $1 trillion companies of tomorrow, and they need your support right now. So definitely support these startups, ask them what they need, join their boards, and just be really helpful because no matter what time, whether it's pandemic or not pandemic, startups always need support. So thank you everyone for watching and participating, asking amazing questions. Thank you, Gene, Blake, the entire New York City Startup Boost team. Eric, Alice, it's been a great experience and I look forward to being a part of more Startup Boost programs in the future. And thank you so much to all the startups. You guys were all coachable. You guys were all superstars, and we can't wait to continue the conversations over in Remo. And that's it for me. I think we're all good, Alice.
Yeah, thank you everyone. I will see you on Remo. Yes, next time. Bye.
Bye.